Hey everybody, thanks for coming and checking out The Digital Analog. For today's video, I wanted to highlight something that I like to call the officially licensed tax. I call it that because sometimes you see a product that is identical to another product, but it has officially licensed for whatever written on the box, and that ends up raising the price. For today, I'm going to highlight one particular product here at the start of the video, but I'm not going to, it's not just this product. It's been going on for a long time, and I want to help you, save a few bucks when you're shopping for products. So, the video you see here on this inset above me and over my shoulder here, is two identical internal storage drives that are PlayStation 5 compatible. Both of these drives, like I said, are identical. I'm going to scroll through the specs and you'll see that they have the same specs in every way. They are both 1000 gigabytes SSD, 7000 megabytes per second read, 5300 megabytes per second write, M.2 2280 form factor, PCIe Gen 4 x 4, Western Digital Black SN850 1 terabyte internal SSD PCIe Gen 4 x 4 NVMe with heatsink for PS5. Slightly different model numbers. And again, as I scroll through, every significant statistic and specification is the same. The endurance, 600 terabytes. Did they include a heatsink as I mentioned before? Yes, they do. They are internal. They are PlayStation 5 compatible. They're the same form factor. Again, everything goes back and forth now. There are some differences listed here in that the drive on the right that is more expensive, $169.99 versus the one on the left that's $149.99. The one on the right does not say it's compatible with Windows. It is. They're just advertising it as being a PlayStation 5 drive. Now, the reason I want to highlight this is because, as you can see, these two products, the price is $20 difference on the current sale price. These drives, again, are identical. Now, what you're going to see that's different between these two drives is the drive on the right has a blue LED on it. The drive on the left has an orange LED. That doesn't make a difference because in your PlayStation, you can't see that light. And in most computers, you're probably not going to be able to see it either, given the place that most of these M.2 storage drives end up installed. At the beginning of this, now I spat out a bunch of specs, PCIe Gen 4 x 4. I just kind of glossed over those. Those are not as important for this video to understand what those mean, as in the fact that you understand that they are the same on both these drives. Now, when I say that when I open this video, I mentioned the officially licensed tax, as I like to call it. That is because the only other difference you will see in the packaging and on these two drives is the one with the blue light will have a box that says officially licensed for PlayStation 5. And it has the X, square, triangle, circle logos along the bottom of the box. Whereas the one on the left, I can't get my right and left backwards because I'm looking at the screen. The one with the orange light is gonna have PS5 ready in blue letters on the box, but it doesn't have an official license from Sony. Now, what they're trying to do, they're trying to take advantage of, honestly, of your ignorance. I can imagine that probably in a future revision of the packaging for this, you might not see the PS5 ready packaging any longer on the orange box. It'll probably be in little tiny letters or something along those lines in the back, instead of in the big, bold font on the front. And that is because, as I said, this has been going on for a while. One of the big factors, as you can probably see by the desktops behind me, I'm a Mac guy. And we have a similar thing. We have the Mac tax, where you go into the Mac section of a computer or electronics store, and you will end up paying 20, 30, 50 bucks more for the exact same hardware. Now, I'm not talking about the computer. There is a distinct difference between a Mac computer and a Windows computer, especially today with the new processors that they're using. But I'm talking about the accessories. You can buy a mouse, a Logitech mouse that's designed for Mac, that's going to cost you a little bit more than a Logitech mouse designed for Windows. You can buy an external hard drive. If you buy the external hard drive that is in the Mac section, it's going to cost you a little bit more than the external hard drive that's in the Windows section. They do the same thing with gaming. You can buy almost any external hard drive and plug it into your Xbox, to your PlayStation. They will handle it. If it's not the right format, they will reformat them when you plug them in most cases. And if they don't, you can plug them into the computer, reformat it, and then plug it into the console, and it'll reformat it or be already formatted, depending on what you did. This is a situation, again, where they're just trying to squeeze a few extra bucks out of you. So if you're in the market for upgrading your PlayStation 5 to an internal SSD drive to get you more game capacity, I personally put a 2 terabyte ADATA GAMX drive in. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I've only ever read the word. So I personally put that in because I wanted the extra storage, and it is amazing. I got great performance out of it. It performs above its own spec. Not quite as good as the specs listed for this Western Digital drive, but from what I'm reading, the Western Digital doesn't perform as good as this Western Digital specs advertise either. But my point is, just because something is officially licensed for a device doesn't mean it's the only option you have. So check all of those specifications. You don't need to understand what the specifications are, but if the specifications are identical from one drive to the other drive, from one piece of equipment to the other piece of equipment, and the only thing that they say that's different is officially licensed for use on whatever, you're paying extra simply for that official license. So again, I recommend, if you're going to upgrade, and right now these prices are sale prices, and yes, some people have pointed out, well, the regular price for the unlicensed one is $270, and the regular price for the licensed one is $250. I want to stop right there because those prices, first of all, the licensed product just got released a few days before this video. That's what brought it to my attention. The licensed product came out, supposedly it's $250, but it has not actually sold at $250. It immediately hit $170. The unlicensed version, the orange LED model, is $270 supposedly, but that's the price it was when it was officially released over a year ago. If you watch the price fluctuations on these, they have not been sold at that price for months at best. $150 is a good deal, a good price on this. It is lower than it has been in recent times, but it is never, like I said, I think it would have probably been 2021, late 2021, the last time it actually sold for $270. So, and the other factor that is if they can put one on sale for $150, why can't they put the other one on sale for $150 also? Again, it's because they're trying to take advantage of the fact that, oh, you want the one that's officially licensed for PlayStation. Again, personally, for my PlayStation, I use a different brand. Not a knock on Western Digital. These are great drives. It's just a different brand. Was on sale at a better price at the time I bought it. And for 2 terabytes, I couldn't beat the deal. Probably would have had to wait till right about now is finally when the prices are getting less expensive than what I paid about 4 months ago. For my external storage, I absolutely do not have a game drive. I bought a standard 8 terabyte Seagate drive and plugged it right into my PlayStation 5, and it connected in an instant and reformatted and said, cool, when do you want to start storing games? And it's good to go. So you don't have to buy specific equipment just because it says it's Mac compatible or PS5 compatible or Xbox compatible. That's just marketing. If you want to pay the extra, you want the thing that has a nice logo. Now, on the external hard drives, I will admit, some of them look really good. Sometimes you get those external hard drives that have, especially for gaming, you have the ones that have different logos for games on them. So it's sitting there and it's not just a black box or a silver box sitting next to your console. It's a box that looks like Halo, has Halo game art on it. That's cool. If you want to pay extra for that, that makes sense. But again, the only difference is on the packaging of these two items and on a blue light or an orange light that you're never going to see. So if you're shopping for either of these two products, make sure you get the one with the orange light, as long as it's less expensive than the one with the blue light. Hope I just saved you $20. Thanks for paying attention to the Digital Analog. Subscribe and like this video for more content.